What's good, YouTube? Crown Jewel from Crown Jewel Boxing, back with a gem. Yesterday, I was privileged to be able to attend the press conference for Boots and Bam at the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia. I wanted to take, my son, and a couple of my young fighters up to experience what it was like, for fighters that get to fight on that level. And actually, I try to expose them to things to give them aspirations to actually work harder and, be crazy enough to dream of being on that stage one day. But in that, I want to share with you guys some information I've learned, and as a result, I have a new found respect for Eddie Hearn. In fact, and it's been growing. Like I said, I did a video a while back after the Ryan and Devin fight, in which I praised him because at that time Boots was a newly signed fighter under the Matchroom banner, and I just thought he did an extremely good job of using that major moment where there was millions of eyes on his telecast to promote the fighter that he had just signed in Boots, and to bring attention to Boots before he even made his Matchroom debut. It grew even more when I was seeing what he was able to do with Boots' first fight at the Wells Fargo Center in his last outing, where he sold over 14,000 tickets. And I'll just say this right now, begrudgingly, because I've been a PBC guy for a long time, and I'm American, but I love the sport of boxing, and I have to be unbiased. The top boxing promoter in America, resides outside of America. He's actually from England, and his name is Eddie Hearn. He has the best mouthpiece in boxing as far as a promoter goes since Bob era. I love what Al Heyman did to the sport, and educating fighters and putting them in a position where they can make generational wealth and be able to feed their families. But Al Heyman, by title, is not a promoter, and just by what he does is not a promoter. He did help generate the most money in the history of boxing through an athlete in Floyd Money Mayweather, but 99.9% of that was the fact that Floyd was so talented, number one, and number two, Floyd was actually a marketing genius and promoted himself very well. So he kind of got a lot of credit for that, and well deserved, because he made Floyd's business decisions. But as far as the marketing and promotion, that was largely in part to Floyd. But Eddie Hearn is the first promoter since Don King that I've seen actually captivate an audience with his voice and his words, and actually talk his fighter up in a way that makes you want to tune in and watch him fight. The way he talked about all his fighters, or the A-side fighters yesterday, again, hats off to him. He's one of the guys that understands that it's about the fighter. He's promoting the fighter, not him, in a time where everybody associated with the fighters want to be stars, and most of the actual promoters are requiring the fighters to promote themselves. And with the Floyd Mayweathers and Jake Pauls and Ryan Garcias of the world, they're kind of spoiled, and they're just saying, listen, if you want to be big as those guys, you need to promote yourself like those guys do. Not Eddie Hearn. He actually does his job as a promoter and promotes, and I have to really salute him and say he's top dog in boxing right now. Also, I got to chop it up with the legendary Wiley Moses, the grandfather and trainer of Shakur Stevenson, yesterday, and I just wanted to give him his flowers to his face, as I've done on video, and saying that I respect the way he goes about doing his business. Not only, is it proven, or the proof's in the pudding, as far as his product he's putting out, that he's a competent trainer, because his fighters can fight. His fighters can fight extremely well, as he has a second grandson that's going to be fighting on that card, and Zaquin Moses won the Nationals in something like 6 fights, from what I understand. So I have a lot of respect for him, and he could be beating his chest like a lot of the other guys behind the scenes, but he isn't. He's one of the throwback guys that understands that the fighter is the star. He puts his fighter out front. He does interviews, but he's not on every channel. Every time you turn around, putting the spotlight on himself, or trying to get all the applause and accolades and adoration for himself. He puts his fighter and his grandson out front, and I really respect that. He actually, also will speak against some of his grandson's actions and try to reel him back in when he feels he's getting out of line, which all young men do, and I respect that too, because a lot of y'all trainers that have top fighters don't really have the gall to tell these guys they're wrong when they're wrong. But you know, so I definitely want to mention the OG Wally Moses for that. But in closing, you know, besides the fact that, you know, Eddie Hearn is doing great by Jersey fighters right now, and Shakur Stevenson, our top fighter, of course, Khalil Cole, who's going to be breaking into the, you know, light heavyweight title picture pretty soon, Raymond Ford, who should be still world champion, moving up to 130, now Zaquin Moses, who's making his pro debut, and you know, we're honorary Philly guys because down in South Jersey, we come up in the amateurs with them. So what he's doing for Boots, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of a little biased when it comes to that. But beyond that, I just think he's the best promoter in American boxing right now. And a lesson until someone steps up and does a better job. Again, you know, Floyd did a great job with Tank, but that was one fighter, and you know, he doesn't really have, you know, the sports world, the boxing world's attention right now. He's not a focal point. Mayweather Promotions is not a focal point right now. Do I feel he can get it back? Yes. Do I feel he knows what he's doing? Yes. But as of right now, Eddie Hearn, from a promotional aspect, you're actually the king of American boxing right now, even as an English citizen. So I salute you. You have the crown. Wear it well. Until next time, keep your hands up, your chin down, your ass off the floor. Peace.